But in terms of skincare, let me go back and tell you that your skin does completely replenish itself every 30 days, and you can give it the amnesia that I was telling you about. Maybe about 40 years ago, I think it was like, oh God, who knows when it was, but my mother had made an appointment with one of the most famous dermatologists in Manhattan at the time. And I think his name was Dr. Orndreich or something like that. And he invented what was called the Buff Puff. And what the Buff Puff does is it's actually a pretty strong, tough little sponge. And you can use it with whatever cleanser that you normally use. And use it once or twice a week. And that will also assist in kind of getting all those dead skin cells off, because you're giving the skin amnesia, because you're thinking, oh, well, I exfoliated, I don't need to exfoliate anymore. When you continue to exfoliate, the lines that want to come out won't come out. So things that aren't even out already won't come out, and then the things that are there are going to start to, significantly go away. The Buff Puff comes in a sensitive formula, and it also comes in a regular formula. And I'm pretty rough with my skin, so I use a regular Buff Puff. As far as a cleanser goes, ladies, a lot of you, you skimp out on cleansers. You got no problem buying yourself a $700 pair of pumps or a Gucci bag, but for some reason, you're taking a handful of Noxzema and putting it in your hand. And what happens is I'm not saying that you're old. I'm not saying that anyone is old. I'm 27 years old. I'm no spring chicken. I'm not a 20-year-old whipping around town with like a little six-pack, but I do know what's going to help my skin. And you want to make sure that whatever cleanser you're using, that it has age preventative measures in there. So my recommendation is the Oil of Olay Anti-Aging Anti-Blemish Cleanser. Okay? It's called Total Effects. They changed the packaging, so you really want to make sure that you read it. But it's really, really good because it has a 12.5% of salicylic acid in there. And the salicylic acid is almost like an acne treatment, but it also has anti-aging properties to it. So, you're getting the best of both worlds, because as a girl who's 27, I still get the occasional breakout because I'm closer to, because I'm still in those, have those early 20 years attached to me, but then I also want to anti-age, so I don't want to take salicylic acid and kill my skin. I want to make sure that it has all the hydrating properties in there that is going to, make it have a balance to it, if that makes any sense at all. Toner, I'm not a fan of. I mean, so many people are like, prep and prep and prep and prep. I think it's fluid and a thing with a little bit of chamomile in it, which which essentially soothes your skin after you cleanse it. But I have the Clean and Clear. I've tried different ones. As far as astringents go, they all pretty much have the same thing in there, and it's just ripping off any extra debris, any extra dirt you have in your face. But moisturizer, there is the universal moisturizer that I will suggest to anyone out there in the entire planet that wants to have gorgeous, radiant, beautiful skin. And that is La Mer. Okay? So hold off on the handbag that you're going to buy. The shoes that, you're going to wear 3 times because heels, not everybody wears heels every day. Save it and buy yourself La Mer. And what La Mer does is, it's a really interesting process of how it's made. It's made in tandem with the lunar cycle. Okay? And there are nuts in this factory where they make it. You'd be surprised that I don't work there, because I would fit in perfectly. Basically, what La Mer does is it's stirred in these huge vats in tandem with a lunar cycle. Certain music is actually being played while the vats are being stirred. And I'm not sure if I have this story completely correct, but apparently, the person who invented it went to sell the recipe, and then the bigger company, I think it was like I think it was Estee Lauder or somebody, they kept trying to recreate the formula, and they're putting the music on, they're stirring it, and it was not being recreated properly. So I think the recipe went back to La Mer. So I think for a split second they considered selling, but I'm not positive, don't quote me on it, hearsay. Irregardless, this stuff is made in a way that no other moisturizer is made. And I don't know what music they're playing when they put it on, but whatever it does works. Basically, it's not like something where you would go to the Clinique counter and buy your bar moisturizer, your toner, and your lotion, which all do nothing, okay? You want to go get your La Mer. Your La Mer is your eye cream, your face cream, and your neck cream. I heard, in fact, that some celebrities actually coat their entire body in it, which I think is a little over the top, but if I had an extra $1 billion, I'm sure I'd have a bunch of jars of it too. Anyway, what you want to do when you get this skin cream is, if you guys are around here, if you're in Jersey, I would recommend that you go see Barbie. Her name is Barbie, and she's at Saks in the Short Hills Mall. And start with a 1 ounce jar, because, for some people, you may not like it. It's like not liking the most delicious creme brulee on the face of the earth, but you may not like it. So you buy the 1 ounce thing, and it comes in a box. Actually, hold on. I figured that I would show you what I'm talking about since I have all these products, and I'm sitting here doing air drawings of what the La Mer box looks like, and I might as well show you. I think this is a 2 ounce jar. I'm an addict for a while, so I do the 2 ounces. You can Google the price because I don't want you to tip off your chair, and I want you to keep listening to me, so I'm not telling you the price. But it's well worth it, I will tell you that. And it's well worth, yank, tuck, pull 25 years from now. This is where it's at. All right, so it comes in this box like this. I keep mine in my box because you have your little La Mer jar, okay? And then you have underneath here your spatula. And this is a super sanitary spatula because you can rinse it off and then you can put it right back in here. This is plastic. And that way, if you have kids, nobody's grabbing at it, nobody's touching your stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I also like the whole thing of taking it out. It makes me feel like even extra clean, like like when your white fluffy robe comes out of the dryer and it's still hot and you use lavender vanilla fabric softener. It's just like that fresh thing. All right, so here's the cleanser. I wanted to show it to you in case you guys are gonna go out and look for it. It says new look on it, which is giving me even more problems when I'm recommending things to my client. They're calling me from CVS and they're like, I see a cleanser, but I'm not sure. And no, it's the Total Effects 7-in-1 Anti-Aging Salicylic Acid Acne Cleanser, Cream Cleanser plus Blemish Control. So you're looking for the I don't want to be a grandma and I don't want to be a little acne baby kid thing. That's what you're looking for. The toner, we've already gone through. Scratch the toner. The La Mer. The La Mer is a very interesting way of applying it. You don't put it on like you would put a normal cream on. And again, who are we seeing? We're seeing Barbie at Saks Fifth Avenue in Short Hills. And the reason I want you to see Barbie or Steven, tell them Glammy sent you, is that they will tell you how to put this on. And if you forget, come back to this webisode and listen to me, because it don't spend all the money on it if you're not going to use it properly. Take your spatula. I personally douse my face in it. They'll tell you a dime size amount because they want you to, conserve on it or whatever, because not many people, go grabbing at it like I do. But basically, you take your spatula and you take some out. They'll tell you a quarter size amount. I really shove my hands in there because I have dry skin and I really, really like to hydrate. So what you do is you activate the Miracle Broth in your fingertips for 10 seconds. And what that does is it activates all these little microbeads in there. And then what you do is it's your eye cream, your face cream, and your throat cream. What you do is you actually press it onto the face in a motion like this, okay? And you make sure that you get the cream pretty much evenly dispersed. In areas like this, on the neck, this is the first place that you'll see lines, horizontal lines. You go against it and you push up, So now once you have your La Mer completely on, and again, I cannot stress enough to activate the Miracle Broth, you start bringing blood to the surface of the skin. And you're going to do that by doing a little patting motion and smacking it all over the face. And you really want to concentrate in the areas that you have some lines in, like this area here is what I focus on. Now, like I said, I don't know if I said it actually.